What's up, everybody? It's Terry, Alternative Influence Coaching, and we're here with our good buddy Nick Carrier, and we're talking about what's on the board. 10 things that require zero talent. There's really no science behind this. It is making it simple for you, right? Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for being here.
The simpler, the better. I appreciate you having me.
We've talked with Nick before, so it's always a pleasure, and if I could have him here every week, I would. And I'll tell you why. What are you talking about today?
Today I'm talking about having high energy.
And now you know why. So, what's your secret?
So I think that when kind of brainstorming my ideas of kind of how I think I have high energy, I mean, there's probably a number of different things. Probably some of it I am born with a little bit, but one of the things that kept coming to my mind was having gratitude. So every single day for the last probably 3.5 years, my most important habit has been writing down 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day. And, when you do it every single day, there gets to be things where it's just like super stupid. Like today, I wrote down the fact that I wasn't blind, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Why? But it's like when you write down super stupid things, you smile and you might even laugh at yourself, and it's like gives you an immediate boost of energy. But there's more benefits that I'll touch on in a second. But back to why I wrote down why I was blind. I was watching Band of Brothers last night, and there was a soldier who lost his sight, and I was just like thinking like, oh my gosh, like that'd suck. Like to know what it's like to be able to see and then go blind. And when thinking about that last night, I was like, man, I'm like really grateful I could just see.
Yeah. And
like when I woke up this morning at 3:30 and I was showering, I'm like pretty tired, and those mornings where you can be like, gosh dang it, like I'm just dead. But then I thought of that and I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I can freaking see. Let's go. And so that brought me high energy. But also the thing with gratitude that allows you to sustain high level of energy is I realized that after kind of a year of practicing that habit, that it was affecting me on a daily basis, that I was just kind of happier or had a sustained level of higher energy, but I didn't really know why. And then I kind of realized that because I trained my brain to be grateful right away in the morning, my brain picked out things later in the day that I was like, I'm grateful for. And it's like I was never the person who was like driving on the street, like picking out things like, oh, like I'm grateful for that. I would usually be the person like speeding, honking the horn maybe. But then I was like, oh my gosh, like the practice of gratitude that I do every single day has me have this much more positive, grateful outlook the rest of the day, which keeps you energized. So that's kind of the way I wanted to start was gratitude. I think is one huge thing in having high energy.
I love that because right away I'm thinking, I don't do that. Like I don't like with everything. Zero talent practice, right? Gratitude is a great thing because it starts in the morning, but then what else? That's huge.
Yeah.
What else you got?
I think and kind of the way I was thinking about how I wanted to approach these 10 things was like, okay, first off is like, what's the mindset behind it? Like and then what's like the benefit of it? And so the next thing I want to tell you is just kind of the benefit of having high energy is one, like people want to be around you more, right? If you can transfer energy to other people, then they're going to be more energetic and they're going to feel that and they're going to want to be around you more. And 2, you're going to like yourself more. If you have more like, it doesn't, and high energy can be different things. Now, high energy for me is talking loud, moving a lot, speaking loud, all these kinds of things. High energy is not that for every single person.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be that for every single person. You can still channel energy to other people in different ways. But when you have high energy, you're going to like yourself more too. You're just going to feel better, more positive, more grateful on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour basis. So I think that's a huge benefit to it as well. And then I'll touch on kind of how, but I want to see if you got anything else.
Yeah, I mean that both of those things resonate so much with me. I'm gonna kind of go back to gratitude.
Yeah.
The ability to be thankful. Like I always wake up and think, I didn't wake myself up. Like I don't have an alarm. Like I try to not use the alarm clock. It goes back to the other video about being on time. Getting up and being thankful. Like I'm thankful that I have a moment to work out. I'm thankful that I woke up. It's such a huge thing. You get another day to do it again. That energizes me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I never related it to being a source of energy.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds almost like too basic, but most people don't acknowledge that fact every day.
Right.
Right? It's like people have heard that a lot. Oh, like be thankful that you can breathe today. But it's like that doesn't do you any good just hearing it from anybody else. But if you can actually acknowledge some small things that you're grateful for on a daily basis, I honestly think, I'm not a brain expert, but I honestly think there's some sort of rewiring in your brain where if you practice it, it becomes second nature.
Yeah.
And that's when it actually starts to have the true benefits.
Yeah. So the other, going down the other path, like, I choose to not be offended. I try to make sure that things, and I've touched on this in videos, I do my best to choose no offense. People think that this is, no, that something's offensive if it's offensive. It's right, but you can accept that or you can reject it. And my ability to reject it over the years has kept me away from negativity, or being able to process it quicker as opposed to being just livid about something for an entire day.
Yeah.
I worked up earlier today and just pissed, and I needed to vent. Once I was done venting, I'm like, I can let that go. Probably should let that go.
Yeah.
And it was gone. So yeah.
No doubt. I mean, I think other people, what they say, what they do can definitely steal your energy. And one of the things that's helped me is realize, like, anytime anybody says something to you that would steal your energy, it's more about where they're coming from than it is about you.
Typically, yeah.
And so being able to have that mindset and not let it steal your energy is really big. And then when you were talking, I was kind of thinking about how energy is, probably kind of like a finite resource every single day, if you will. And so it's like you have a certain amount to give out every single day. And so it's like, where are you going to apply that energy? Where are you going to give your energy to? And we have the ability to give our energy towards negative things or things that we can't control. And so it's like, if you're wasting your energy on that stuff, then you're not going to have any left for the stuff that you can control or the stuff that you actually are passionate about. Yeah. So being very careful on where you put your energy, I think is just as important as, or like being aware of where you don't put your energy is just as important as like where I do put my energy.
Yeah. Practical examples.
Practical examples. I mean, I think right now, to be honest, one of the biggest things where people are putting so much energy on is like stressing about the election.
Right.
And it's like,
so you were going to go there.
Yeah, exactly. And I made an Instagram story the other day. It's like, obviously, yes, this is a very important election. And you should kind of like, you should know what's going on and what the issues are and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, whether or not you achieve your goals that you want to achieve is not about the person in the White House. It's about what you do on a daily basis. So don't put so much energy there where you're going to not have enough energy left to getting yourself to your goals and getting yourself to the next step. So that's definitely the most practical example I can get right now. It's perfect.
It's a great one. And I've been telling people that too. It's like, listen, man,
you can't control it. You can go vote, but you can't control anything other than that.
Right. Like, Christmas is coming too.
Yeah.
Like.
That's amazing. Thanksgiving is coming, and you have to give gratitude. So
yeah, like there's fun stuff. Like there's family and fellowship, and yes, it looks different, but 100% agree with that. Yeah. Put your energy in places where it's better to put it in places where you can like it almost bounces back.
Yeah, it gives you a return.
Yeah. As with anything, good ROI.
Yeah, exactly. No doubt.
All right. You got anything else?
Yeah. Well, again, kind of back to more practical ways that you can actually have higher energy. We're both fitness people, so we would be remiss if we didn't talk about like actually physical ways that you could have better energy. So it's like move your body, eat good, eat well. Like believe it or not, what you put in your body is going to give you energy or the lack thereof.
Actually matters.
Hydration is huge. Make sure you're drinking enough water, and then sleep for me. Oh my gosh. Yep. Like I used to be the person who used to be so proud of like, oh, I could thrive off of 5.5, 6.5 hours of sleep. But then by the time the weekend comes, I swear I went on, I can't believe I'm saying this. I went to a Georgia-Tennessee football game last year in Tennessee, and we were doing the Vol Navy. I don't know if you know what that is, but you take a boat to the game. Awesome stuff. Was really looking forward to it. And then 30 minutes into the boat ride, I fell asleep. because I was so tired
Oh, no.
from the week before. And I was like, I woke up. Luckily, we still had like 30 minutes left in the boat ride. I was like, that sucks. And so I was like, I'm going to make sure I start getting more sleep now. And that was literally one of the catalysts to me starting to get more sleep. And I feel 10 times different.
Yep.
So sleep is super important. And if you like coffee, that always helps too. I know you're a big coffee guy. I'm a big coffee guy.
I really am.
So,
Same. Sleep is huge for me. And this is funny because I give my kids hell about this all the time.
yeah.
They have this new, and I guess we were all this way at one point, but trying to stay up all night long. And I'm just like, why? Why would you desire to be tired when the sun is out?
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing. So yeah, for me, it's been almost by the book, 7.5, 8 hours for the last 15 years. Not quite to bed when the sun goes down, but shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
And yes, that can take away some fun. On vacation, I don't do that. But you just like me, we're early risers, and there's a whole lot you can get done before everybody else wakes up. And that is, I get a lot of energy for that.
Yeah.
Being able to work out and run through my quick to-do list of things that I know I can do before anybody asks anything of me is, very validating.
Yeah.
Very energy-giving.
No doubt.
So.
No doubt. Love it.
Woo! I love it. We're both
That was
fitness
good.
people. We're both fitness people, so we had to talk about
Yeah.
fitness.
Yeah. We could not put that in there.
It worked. I'm 41 years old, so
Yeah.
a giant reason why I can still have energy is your strength, your ability to work out, your heart rate, your resting heart rate's lower, so you're using less energy during the day. All those wonderful things.
Yeah. There is science behind that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Maybe on another one.
Yeah.
We should go. All right, Nick. Thank you,
Good stuff.
guys.
Have high energy.
I hope you took a bunch of notes. While we're here, take a minute to go over to Nick's podcast. Tell him what it is.
Nick Carrier's Best You Podcast. You can find it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you listen to it.
I should probably do all those things. So we will catch you next time, guys. See you soon.